Hey everyone, to briefly introduce myself, my name is Hannah Pham. I am a part of the MAT program and my content area is secondary English. I'm currently doing my pre-student teaching and will be doing my student teaching next semester at Winnetonka High School in the North Kansas City School District. I also currently sub there alongside the Liberty School District and occasionally Academy Lafayette. I enjoy cooking, singing with friends, reading, and making a good tea. For me, the word that stood out the most was listen. I think this happened because I really value a student centered approach with guidance when it comes to learning and teaching. And in order for this approach to be successful, you have to listen to what students are telling and showing you. Otherwise, it becomes teacher centered and students aren't actually getting the help they need. For my outstanding memory when it comes to assessment, we have to go back to my last semester of high school, which was in 2019. I was in a class called Exhibition, and in the previous semester, I had taken a class called Research Methods, where we learned how to cite sources, create an annotated bibliography to summarize what a source was about and why it was beneficial to a research, how to create essential questions to guide research, and practice presenting over topics with mini presentations. So now it was time for the one of the biggest presentations of my life, which could determine whether or not I graduated with a gold medallion, which is similar to honors in the college realm, and it would give me a shiny gold diploma cover, a gold medal, and bragging rights for at least 2 months. Leading up to this big presentation, which is about why and how Asian Americans were important and impactful to the United States, I would pour hours of research, writing, and practicing my speaking skills, pulling multiple all-nighters. Especially as an introvert who talked way too fast when they were nervous, this would be my biggest challenge and assessment yet. My hands shook as I spoke and attempted to slow my speed, clicking carefully through each slide and flipping my script. At the end, a wave of relief washed over me as I realized, damn, I never want to do that again. But the experience that this assessment put me through was immeasurable. I learned how to research properly, how to communicate, as I was required to send out emails to researchers and professors to interview them, how to speak, and many more skills that come with research. It was challenging but rewarding at the same time. And as a bonus, I was also able to pick a subject that was meaningful to me. Something that confirmed my idea is that summative assessments, especially those that are standardized, cannot fully define a person and what they're capable of in the future, as when Dr. P mentioned that she had scored a lower reading score when she was younger. It confirms that we cannot fully take these scores at a face value and then add a label onto a student, especially a negative one. Instead, that should tell us that the student may be struggling in some areas and we need to implement more assessment to figure out what it is and eventually an intervention to solve those difficulties. The article also confirmed my personal idea that reading is a skill that is constantly developed when they write, especially when they stated, quote, reading is defined as a complex, purposeful, social, and cognitive process in which readers simultaneously use their knowledge of spoken and written language, their knowledge of the topic of the text, and their knowledge of their culture to construct meaning. Reading is not a technical skill acquired once and for all in the primary grades, but rather a developmental process throughout the reader's life. I had this idea because even when I started college, or even just a year ago, I don't think I could read certain articles and texts that I could now. This is a skill I had to learn how to develop, and it shows that reading must be developed and cannot be instantly learned, even with high school and any grade level student. I think this initial activity implies that Dr. P's teaching style is very much student-centered, visual, and personal. I think she values students sharing their story and experiences and how that ties into the course and what we learn. I also see that there are visual and audio aspects to this course, which is very much different compared to other online courses. I do wonder if this personal experience aspect will be consistent throughout the course rather than just solely focusing on readings and academic work. Overall, this is my response to the NCTE article and the video for this week, and I hope you enjoyed listening. Thank you for your time.